So we're gonna start off by reviewing this game with Revar and Galluccinator, and let's look at this game. Revar is playing as black. Their normal opening. Blech. When you're dehydrated, it's really hard to talk. I can't even whatever. I've been a bit of woe in my go playing. Trying out lots of new stuff, some working better than others. Yeah, that's nice. Je vais bien fort occupé ce dernier mois. C'est my how did I say second last day? Whatever. Mes vacances va commencer demain. Donc, j'ai un examen de mathématiques. Ce n'est pas grave. Il ne neige pas pour cette Noël. Un peu bizarre pour décembre. Anyways, I don't know what the hell I was talking about there. And so this is a pretty normal opening. Now this is an interesting move by White. Normally would see White taking the enclosure and Black getting a mini Chinese or even micro Chinese nowadays. This is actually a pretty hot trend. If you guys have followed the game between Shiyue and Kejie in the Samsung Cup final, this was actually a thing that happened in the games. So they're playing this variation, and this kind of happened. So the problem with micro Chinese is that White can easily invade here, but Black's got a really nice 20-point or 25-point corner in the bottom right. But that's a pro game. We're not gonna go pro on ourselves today. But White decided to approach here, which is an interesting move because it obviously disrupts Black's pattern, or rather opening pattern, of playing the micro or slash mini Chinese. And very good French accent. Merci. And I gotta. Alright, Revar just sent me a meme in the link if you guys just saw it. Puis c'est ma troisième année d'étudier le français. Donc je pense qu'il est plus facile de lire que écrire, parce que il faut faire attention à la grammaire. Anyways, why am I talking in French? So Black decided to answer here. Fair enough. He can also answer by playing a two space high. Well, not enclosure, but pincer rather. So this is gonna be an interesting game, but I don't think Black should be afraid of it at all. Kind of have a Joseki like that going on. But when Black's a stone here, he doesn't have to be afraid of pincering. But having said that, this is pretty much the opening, so there's no such thing as right or wrong in the opening. Some patterns are more common than others, but other review in French. I wish I could do that. Mais malheureusement, mon français est très mal, or mauvais actually. Shit, adjective. Whatever. But that's my dream. Just respect the enseigner Le jeu de Go en français. Anyways. This is a weird move by white. It's a little bit bizarre to me. No, I thought white would actually just pincer here, and if black jumps out, obviously white shouldn't have any problems. That's also fine. This is a Usaki. Is oh, never mind. There's no sound in review mode. Okay. But today, this is my first kind of theme move of the day. I want to talk about stone efficiency a little bit, because if you guys have visited my YouTube channel after last Friday, I posted some of the clips here, or on YouTube rather. I talked about how to make your stones work the best way, and yeah, so the diagonal. I think galluccinator is referring to sort of this move at how do I do this? If we remove the stone here, and if we put a stone right here, like that. When that kind of happens, then we'll have this move called the Shusaku's Kasumi. Oh, that's my move. Oh, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the diagonal move is actually a pretty famous move in the history of Go, but I think in here it actually does work. So there's nothing wrong with it, but I think the modern convention is that black can just take the corner, and if white wants to block here, then black can get a pretty nice, you know, corner. And then usually white can respond by tanuking here, because this doesn't have a lot of value, white stone. But the conclusion is normally that black gets a really decent 10-point corner, and white doesn't really have a full outside. But having said that, there certainly is a nuance when you would play here. I don't think I would recommend it in a typical game with open space though. I think normally you would just pincer. You would also jump to the side, but yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. Let's see what black did here. So black didn't take full advantage of this. Carrot, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. This is another Friday. If you guys are new to the stream, please feel free to follow my Twitch channel or subscribe to my YouTube. I actually lost 2 subscribers today. Whatever. So black didn't really take advantage of that move by white. So, but that's also okay. White responded by counter pincering here. Black will obviously be happy to take the corner. So, so notice that after this sequence, black is out and he has the corner. So white doesn't really have a solid outside influence. He has 2 groups to worry about. He has he has this group and that group. So it's not like he has a stone here, even though that might not be a bad continuation after this sequence in the corner. Maybe white can also if black, let's say black is, then this some annoying moves here and there. But the conclusion is black is out, and he has a nice corner. And he can tanuki, which means he can get the same move elsewhere. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, don't you worry, we'll get our subscribers, they'll eventually join us. So, black is out. White eventually has to come out and fix one group. Black can immediately play a pincer of some sort. Or just pincer, or not pincer rather, but approach the top left, that's also fine. So if white plays here, then black can get a pretty nice, decent. Oh, oops! Don't play that. Do not play that. Black can, black can get a pretty nice jump on the side. But in the game, black approached from the other side. Well, this side is really wide, but a small thing. Even though both sides are equally as promising, this side is more important for white because if black splits here, then white can have a weak group in the bottom left. But just a slight difference, nothing wrong really. Now this there's a slight problem here for white. So you're gonna play this Joseki, and normally the reason it works is if black Hane is here and white can Natari, then this stone is laddered. But here, if you look, if you examine the situation carefully, then if you just kind of read it out, you realize that there is a black stone here. That means he won't be able to capture black, and therefore it's sort of a suboptimal option. And with that being said, what do you do if the ladder doesn't work? You can still extend here, but yeah, not so great. Black still has some vitality in the stone. So galluccinator says that's why we had talked about after the game. Actually, I had a hard time defending both groups throughout the course. Yeah, and there was a ladder misread. Yeah. But have you guys watched the 9 Pro like Self Atari? I bet you guys have. Well, everyone has watched it probably like 300 times. I'm really thirsty for some reason. Anyways, so this doesn't quite work for white, but black didn't explore that option. This is also big, but not as big because you're playing on the second line, so you're not really looking at like the third and fourth where the most potential lie. So white can, for example, approach here, approach there. Just play somewhere else. Somewhere else. Even this would work. The black keeps crawling on the second line. Then this is what white wants. His shape is good. Oh, not what I wanted. Will you? I give up. Give up. One more try. It. Hashtag colossal fail. There we go. So this is what the shape kind of looks like after white gets a free move on the side. White didn't explore that option. Blocked. Now this could be dangerous because there's possible cut coming up. Even though I'm not sure if black will immediately do that. Actually, he might under circumstances because his ladder doesn't quite work for white. So it might be, maybe he'll have to give up one side. But yeah, I want to talk about stone efficiency, and that's one example over right there. So this doesn't do much. Well, which is a problem because black's corner is already alive, and if you spend another move there, then that is kind of a redundant effort. Because you're trying to, you're also trying to get Sente. You're trying to force your opponent to follow your plan instead of the other way. So if you give away the advantage of Sente, then that could be, that could change things around. So for example, even if white just follows like, for example, he fixes his weakness, that's still good for white because this weakness is gone. His cut point is gone, and black doesn't gain a lot of territory from this move. That could be one of the problems we're talking about, but yeah, does the ladder problem still exist? Actually, yeah, it still is a the ladder problem. But white can most certainly get the outside. So I guess it's not a big problem after all. But black, yeah, black played a move here. He wants to definitely defend the bottom right corner because white could, you know, try to get this move. Quite annoying on the third line because black's closures in the fourth line, so it kind of doesn't really defend against the harassment here. The black defender here, white realized that there's probably a ladder problem. So, but still, this move is kind of redundant visually. If you look at its shape right here, then what you realize that is white is okay with all of this, except without stage 17 stone. So if you switch the order of moves a little bit, then what is that doing, right? What you don't know because you know, it could be just an empty move. And you certainly wouldn't do that in like a real game. You wouldn't do that if like white Panuki here. You definitely would not choose to fix a weakness at H17. So if you realize that in the game, then this is actually a very good method for determining whether a move is efficient or not. So, but like I said, even if white just gives the stone away, he should still be fine, right? And black trying to enclose here once again. Yeah, stones should work out the best way they could. So yeah, maybe you could look at something like this side approach, or not approach, enclosure. Jesus. Or you can also actually just invade. Be annoying. And because black can split here, he can get either A or B. And if black invades here, then white can definitely just jump in another direction. You thought I was gonna make a One Direction joke? I'm funny. Anyways, that should still be fine for white. I mean for black, because he jumps out and you have a problem here with the 3 white stones. Fortunately, your own corner is advanced dance strategy. Oh wait, that? Or this, you mean? Because, well, I guess it actually still worked out pretty nicely in the game, because if you look at white, he doesn't really make a hard effort trying to reduce black here. He could have just attached at xhu98, and this will be, look at this, right? How much larger will this be? But white didn't really do that, so this is kind of gote, but it's not bad. Not bad, but there's some weaknesses here I can exploit in the future. Certainly not now because it's not as large. The priority here is still the left side. They want to come in here and attack those stones. And black did. That was a good move, just as I suggested. Yeah, man, English. Difficult. Really thirsty. Anyways. So white could play here, but I think he would definitely go for the 2-space jump on the left side at c7 because it reinforces its own group. So hold the français. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, ooh, this cap is interesting. So white actually wants to kind of put some pressure on black by capping here, but if you look at around, then this is not really what you want, because black can actually even aggressively attack at e8, and there'll be a problem. But talking about stone efficiency, one thing you want to look at is actually where that stone is and how it plays out with other stones. If you, for example, if you take into account the weak group here, then what this group wants is a base, right? And it can also escape on like outside, but that means black will get an easy base. So even if he just like jumps out like that in the game, he'll still be fine. There's nothing wrong with it, and that what that means is if you look at this side here, then that white side is entirely gone. White plays here, black continues. I think I'll still, as a done, I would still recommend the attachment here just to make things harder for white. This could be a terrible shape to handle, really. But that's also fine, and this is kind of an overplay. So because if you look at move, so even if white gets a base here, still has this connection problem. So it doesn't really like achieve a lot of things. But black played high, decided to say, you know what? Like, I just want to trade. I can obviously also go for trade here. So he will live in Sente, but that's kind of a mild result for players because certainly good for white because he's got his stones figured out in the bottom left. But white wants the stone really bad. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to convey here, I guess. When you have a situation that's settled, black doesn't need any more moves really to like settle this group. Because even if he, let's say it's he Tanuki, right? And white wants to kill this. There's still no. Captain is clicking. There's still that, so it's still really hard to kill. Okay, it could be a ko, but like white doesn't really have a lot of ko threats to begin with. I think also even if you want, to hit in the center, maybe just bump first and get like a nice shape like that. Fierden says, or black can just d8 and d7. Where's that? d8 and well, I think there are a lot of like options for black here. You can even just like say, you know what, let's just capture that. Even though that's obviously not. But it seems like white's kind of clawed his way back. So if you compare the situation with like the position without these two stones, then it's actually kind of okay for black. But now that this is happening, It's basically saying that when white plays the pick at e12 instead of actually heading in the center like that, you ended up playing here. So squeeze at d12 is not so good. Guitar from above seems better. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of options for black to take there. But yeah, this is not so great for black. Now white has a nice kind of a top area center here. Ugh. Kept placing. So hate my mouth. There we go. Anyways, well, whatever. Again, talking about stone efficiency, this is not a really large Atari, so I think what both players might want to think about from this game is to how to like kind of look at the moves and decide like which moves are good, which moves are not so efficient, which moves are unnecessary. For example, here I think like a dumb player would probably just look at this weakness, some territory, and or even actually just go for this. That's not small at all. But yeah, you wanna look at things like that. Here, because black did not take the initiative, black needs to invade RPG, but he also has to be careful that he doesn't give like white an easy target. Example here, you want to invade somewhere at L13. So if you draw the line, here's a trick. So if you draw this line between white's E13 stone and I wouldn't. I gave up. So if you draw a line between G13 and O14, you realize that there's kind of that's where white stones lie. So I'm gonna land right on that line in order to make this work. Because if you are here, then white will be pretty content in just defending the territory. But if you step like too deep, then again white might just attack from head on. So that's not gonna be fun. You draw from G11. That's also a good point. Except I think G11 isn't like the real line because I suck at drawing. And you keep the mouse straight. There we go. That's good enough. So if you land on this, that's still okay. Anyway, something along that line. The point being, Black needs to take the initiative. So he can actually jump here, because white invading at R11 was definitely an overplay. I'm an artist. I try to be an artist. But some reason, maybe it's lack of sleep, maybe it's something else. Underperforming. But yeah. So for example, white blocks here, then definitely you have this. If you look at this stone, White won't be so happy with that invasion. Black let it go though. So White got to escape. Pretty good stuff. I actually wonder if this works. I think this peep actually sort of works. Because if you connect there, then we have a problem. And if White has to connect there, then Black can certainly take control of that stone easily, no matter what. Yeah, there's after the jump, or after the invasion rather, at R11, White definitely has no way to both take care of his group nicely and defend the Moyo. So, but yeah, you want to think about how severe each move is. For example, the jump. It doesn't really threaten the connection. Because White, as we've seen in the game, can just keep. And that will fix the problem. He doesn't have to worry about Black peeping here because he will disconnect at P11. Then again, he plays a redundant move at P10, as we have just said before. You don't need that move. So Black wants to take some endgame. Excuse me. May have overslept actually, instead of underslept. So Black can definitely attach here. That'll be fine. No problems with that at all. That's also okay, but I won't recommend it as a top option. Trying to get some endgame here. White should have made some ice. This is the game I think Black play here directly. I hope she did because happens. This is Doomsday. For White. Yeah, there's still the problem. There's still the problem. Play here to live. Play here to live and you'll be good. Trust me. Ah, that's rough. Here. Is this a blitz game, by the way? It could be a blitz game. In that case, it's really hard to like make the best decision always. We could have had it all, rolling in a deep. Alright. We have see. Anyways, so you see what I mean? Like this is called. There's a concept called stone efficiency, and you want to make sure that each of your moves is actually working to its best. Like I said before in the previous video, you want to put yourselves to work. And PJ, have you heard of Adele? No. I think people must have been hating on that song. But yeah, Black really could have pulled some tricks here. The severe attack. This game is pretty much over if it happens like this. Attack here and there. Poke around. Because this is a giant chunk of territory. Let's see what happened here. looking at that actually, but just as a side note. So this card was actually kind of overplay. Which brings us to another concept of the kind of like which moves are necessary, which moves are not. You really want to look at like what they lead to. So like even though like I understand that the concept of this move is good, like it's trying to put pressure on black, it's giving it's giving black something to think about, but goes like this, then white will actually be in some deep trouble. I mean, this is really painful. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if that because here's a line. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the game. Anything else to look at? Oh, now that's something interesting. I don't think it works, right? Because if white has black can just already and play here, black can, like there's nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm dumb. Well, don't let embarrassment. I didn't see that. Like I was trying to assess like the easiest moves that avoid a ko, but then there's connection. You're still working for white though. There's definitely nothing here. But in the game, this was. So white blocked. I think even this is like not bad. For black, you can at least get like. Actually, this kind of still is kind of cool, so it could have been easier. So you really can't avoid a ko. White tries to live. Oh no, this is a false code threat. Lucci, what are you doing? Right here. Right? That'd be a thing. Not saying that there's a guarantee that this will live, of course, but that was the chance. You didn't see anything? Corner? Yeah, I was saying that there shouldn't be any agi in there. But it's not a big deal. But that was a false code threat. Yeah, that was pretty much the game. Oh, but before we end, I'd like to point out there is something fancy here. Or actually wait until like white doesn't realize that it is Tetsuji. That'd be a good that'd be a good way to finish the game. Right? Because it's kind of Miai. But I hope this game was a good example of showing like when to or like how to analyze whether your moves are necessary or unnecessary. Because you really have to kind of assess the different options, and then you have to keep questioning yourself like, can I Tanuki? And if I can, what should I do? Should I put pressure on my opponent? And how should I do it? Because you also have to worry about like how exactly you're gonna like kind of lay out that plan. Now this is easier said than done because Go is a really difficult game, but I'm hoping that this is a good kind of a good review to get you guys started on that. So yeah, this was a 11Q versus 9Q game, but Revar played really well, so congratulations to her on her win, and I hope you guys enjoyed the review.